Hi, for this video, we are going to talk about scientific notations, specifically writing numbers in scientific notations. But before that, we should know the form or the format of scientific notation. So, ayan yung format ng scientific notation, this expression. So, we have n times 10 raised to e. Okay, where n, yung n natin, may value yan. So, the value of n must be in between 1 to 10. Okay? So, we will be looking for the value of n, and the value of n must be in between 1 to 10. So, bawal siyang exactly 1, bawal siyang exactly 10. Dapat yung value ni n is in between. So, it can be a decimal number. Pwede siya maging decimal number. Pwede din naman siyang whole number. Basta, ang value na dapat is between 1 to 10. Okay, and then we have here the operation, which is always multiplication. Multiplication siya lagi, hindi siya nababago. Yun yung format sa scientific notation. And we have here the number 10, the same as this, no? Yung base niya, or ito kasi itong expression na to is in exponential form. Meron siya exponent dito sa taas, yung number na maliit sa upper right. Ang exponent yung tawag doon. So, sa exponential form, we have two parts. The first one is the base, yung number na malaki sa baba. And then, yung number na maliit sa taas, that is what we call the exponent. So, yung base, laging 10. Constant to, na always 10 siya. Hindi siya pwede mapalitan. Sa scientific notation, constant siya. And then, we have here our exponent, which we will look for the value. So, yung value ng exponent, always whole number siya. The only thing that you need to find is if that exponent is positive or negative. So, madali lang hanapin yung exponent, but then, merong conditions whether kung positive yung exponent or kung negative siya. So, yan yung format sa scientific notation. So, bakit po ba meron tayong tinatawag na scientific notation? Kasi, sa scientific notation, isa siyang simple na way paano isulat yung mga malalaking numbers in shortcut na way. Okay? So, in short po, meron tayong mga numbers na mahirap isulat, di ba? Yung mga madaming zeros, example, millions, billions, trillions, and so on and so forth. So, mahirap siyang isulat. No, nakakapagod isulat yung mga zeros. Kaya, gumawa sila ng way kung paano isulat yung numbers na yun na mas simple. Okay? Kaya nila na-discover yung scientific notation. So, yan yung format ng scientific notation. And let's write numbers in scientific notation para makita nyo kung paano siya ina-apply. So, let's say, for example, I have example number 1 and we have 36 billion. So, 36 billion is kind of hard to write kasi, di ba, it has a lot of zeros. But then we can write this in a more simpler way, okay, which is in scientific notation. So, we are going to use this format yung diniscuss ko kanina. Okay? So, first of all, na gagamitin nyo or gagawin pala ninyo kapag nag-write kayo ng numbers into scientific notation, you're going to look for the location of the decimal point. Okay? So, in this given, ito sa whole number, di ba? Yung given natin, whole number siya. Therefore, walang decimal point na nakasulat. Okay? Kasi whole number siya. But then, merong condition na kapag ang given mo ay whole number, the location of the decimal point is always at the end. Okay? So, kahit na walang nakasulat na decimal point dyan, alam mo kung nasan yung decimal point niya, which is laging nasa dulo. So, andito siya. And then, the next thing that you're going to do is to move the decimal point. No? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Andito na siya. So, ang nangyari, we have 10 movements ng decimal point. So, ma'am, bakit po tayo nag-stop kaya in between 3 and 6? Pwede naman po tayong mag-stop in between 6 and 0. So, ganito po kasi ang mangyayari dyan. We are looking for the value of n and your exponent, which is e. Okay? So, nag-stop tayo dito in between 3 and 6 kasi we will get the value 3.6. Okay? Which is pasok doon sa condition ni n na kailangan yung value niya is in between 1 and 10. Kapag nag-stop tayo in between 6 and 0, ang value ng n ay 36. Okay? Which is hindi na siya pasok doon sa condition ni n na kailangan ang value niya in between 1 and 10 lang. Kaya minove pa natin siya ng isa. Which is, nakuha natin 3.6 na pasok doon sa value ni n na in between 1 and 10 lang dapat siya. Okay? So, 3.6 is in between 1 and 10. So, therefore, the value of your n is 3.6. Okay? You will cancel all the zeros or hindi nyo na siya i-write kasi kaya nga natin isinusulat sa scientific notation para mabawasan yung isinusulat nating zero. So, therefore, matatanggal na siya. Unless yung zero ay nasa gitna ng mga may value na number like 3 and 6. Let's say we have 306 here. Doon siya hindi makakancel. So, magbibigay ako ng example later on. No? And then, paano naman po namin malalaman yung value ng exponent? Okay? So, yung value ng exponent, kung ilan yung movements ng decimal point, yun yung value niya. In this given, ang nangyari sa atin, we have 10 movements. So, yung value ng exponent mo, ng variable e mo is 10. Okay? Positive kaya siya, ma'am, or negative siya? So, ganito lang yan. Para hindi kayo malito sa mga direction. Kasi, according sa rule, kapag yung decimal point ay papunta sa left, positive yung exponent. Kapag naman papunta sa right, negative yung exponent. So, para hindi kayo malito sa directions, okay, kung right, left, kung positive o negative, tingin na lang kayo dun sa given. So, ang given natin is a whole number, di ba? Kapag ang given natin ay whole number, automatically yung exponent, yung sign ng exponent mo ay positive. Okay, kapag whole number yung given, ang sign ng exponent mo ay positive. Hindi mo na kailangan alamin yung direction ng movement ng decimal point. Kasi sa given ka mismo titingin. Okay? So, yung example number 1 natin, we have a whole number as the given. So, therefore, sign ng exponent mo ay positive. Therefore, kapag sinulat natin to into scientific notation, we have this answer. Okay? Isa-substitute lang natin to, yung value ng n and e, dito sa format. So, we have 3.6 times 10 raised to 10. Okay? So, yun na po yung answer natin. So, let's say we have another example. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Paano naman kapag nasa pagitan yung 0? Meron po bang magbabago? So, let's say we have ayan, we have 302 million. Let's say I have this given. So again, ang given natin is whole number pa din. So we can anticipate na yung exponent niya ay positive kasi whole number pa din tong given. Okay? And yung exponent niya, yung decimal point niya laging nasa dulo. So let us move the decimal point to the left again. Kasi whole number yung given, no? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movements. I have 8 movements there. So, ang value ng n mo is 3.02. Ang value ng E mo ay positive 8. So, bakit po naging ganyan, Ma'am Noemi? First of all, nung minove natin yung decimal point, Ma'am, bakit hindi pwede sa pagitan ng 0 and 2? Kapag sa pagitan ng 0 and 2 mo siya in-stop, the value of n will be 302. And that is way more than 10. Ang value dapat ni n is in between 1 and 10 lang. Okay? So, minove natin ng isa pa. Ma'am, bakit hindi siya pwede dito sa pagitan ng 0 and 2? Hindi din pwede kasi yung magiging value ng n mo is 30.2, which is more than in between 1 and 10. Mataas pa siya. So, minove pa natin siya ng isa, kaya natin nakuha si 3.02. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Kanina dito sa example number 1, hindi natin sinulat lahat ng 0, di ba? Dito, bakit ma'am sinulat natin yung 0 in between 3 and 2? Kasi kailangan natin yung anak isulat. Yung mga zeros na hindi natin isusulat, yung mga hindi gitna dun sa mga numbers na may value. Pero kapag nasa gitna sila, nasa middle sila ng mga numbers na may value, like 3 and 2, isusulat mo siya, of course. Na hindi pwede na 3.2 lang yung isulat mo. Dapat 3.02. Kapag 3.2 lang yung sinulat mo, that is wrong. Okay? Kasi isusulat mo yung buo. Dapat. And then we have the exponent, which is 8 movements, and the exponent is positive kasi whole number yung given mo. Always remember na kapag whole number yung given mo, the exponent is positive. Okay? And then, yeah, the movement, yun lang naman bibilangin mo. Kapag whole number, automatically, the exponent is positive, and then, mind mo na lang kung ilan yung movements, and that will be the value of your exponent. So, if we will be going to write example number 2 in scientific notation na form, it will be like this. So, 3.02 times 10 raised to 8. So, ito na ngayon yung answer mo. So, that is how you write whole numbers in scientific notation. Next is what if the given naman is a decimal number. So how do we write this in scientific notation? So let's say we have example number 3. And I have this decimal number that has a lot of zeros. Let's say I have this decimal number. So ito, di ba, ang hirap din niya isulat kasi we have a lot of zeros. But then we can write this in scientific notation by following this format. Okay? So again, first of all, you're going to look for the location of the decimal point. So, unlike whole numbers, wala naman nakasulat na decimal point sa whole numbers kasi laging nasa dulo siya and invisible siya. But then, in this given is a decimal number. So, you can clearly see where is the decimal point. Okay? So, andito siya. Ito yung decimal point. And we will move the decimal point. Unlike kapag whole number yung given, kasi kapag whole number yung given, papunta sa kaliwa or to the left yung movement natin. Dito, kapag decimal number yung given, papunta naman sa right. Okay, so let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movements. So the value of our n is 7.61 and the value of our e is 8 movements and it is negative. So ganito, kapag whole number po yung given, positive. Okay? Kapag naman decimal number yung given, negative yung exponent. And ma'am, bakit po tayo nag-stop in between 7 and 6? Pwede naman po in between 6 and 1. So ganito, pag nag-stop tayo in between 6 and 1, the value of n will become 76.1. Okay? Kapag dito tayo nag-stop, 76.1. And mali yun kasi according sa value ng n, dapat in between 1 and 10 lang siya. So less than 10 dapat yung makuha nyo. Okay, kaya hindi pwede si 76.1 kasi it is way more than 10. Okay? Kaya dito tayo nag-stop in between 7 and 6 kasi we will get 7.61 and 7.61 is less than 10. Okay? Or in between 1 and 10. Kaya doon tayo nag-stop. So we have 8 movements of the decimal point. So your exponent is negative 8. So therefore, kapag sinulat natin yan in scientific notation, we will get this answer. We have 7.61 times 10 raised to negative 8. So let's say we have the last example. So let's say I have 0.00000. So let's say I have this example. Okay? So again, imbis na isulat natin in this form, we can write this in scientific notation. Okay, in this format. So we will look for the value of n and the value of e. But then, first locate the decimal point and move it to the right. Kasi the given again is a decimal number. Okay, katulad ng kanina. So, move lang natin to. This given is a decimal number. So, automatic, if the given is a decimal number, you can expect na yung exponent niya ay negative. Okay, so ito yung decimal point. We need to move it to the right. Okay, kabaligtaran siya ng whole number kasi sa whole number to the left, ito to the right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 movements. Therefore, we can say na yung value ng e mo is negative 11. Yung value ng n mo is 1.05. So, katulad lang din kanina sa whole number, different case scenario, kapag yung 0 mo ay nasa pagitan ng may mga values na number like 1 and 5, kailangan mo siyang i-write, unlike the zeros. Hindi katulad ng mga zeros na na hindi mo naman kailangan isulat. Pag yung zero nasa pagitan ng mga numbers na may values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth, kailangan mo siya isulat. Okay? So, ang sagot dito, hindi 1.5. 1.05 dapat talaga yung makita ko dyan. And then, ma'am, bakit nag-stop tayo in between 1 and 0? Pwede naman tayong mag-stop in between 0 and 5. So, take a look at this. Pag nag-stop tayo in between 0 and 5, makukuha natin 10.5. Kailangan ang makuha natin ay less than 10. Or in between 1 and 10 lang dapat. So, automatically, that is, pwede mo siya i-simplify as less than 10. Kailangan ang makuha mo. In this case, kapag dito tayo nag-stop, we will get 10.5. And that is more than 10 na. No, kasi 10.5 more than 10. So therefore, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-stop in between 0 and 5. Dapat dito tayo in between 1 and 0. Kasi we will get 1.05, which is in between 1 and 10. Okay, yun yung tamang value ng n. Therefore, kapag sinulat natin to in scientific notation, we will get 1.05 times 10 raised to negative 11. Now, this is how you write decimal number in scientific notation.